Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk,
Yay.
This is the In Wheel Time Car Show. Just ahead, we talk to David MacDonald about the upcoming Texas Heatwave event. We'll have a review of our new car of the week, the Texas Cadillac Escalade.
Woo-hoo.
A look at the growing cruise-in calendar, this week in auto history, and the stories making auto news headlines. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Car Show for Saturday, March 27th, 2021. Howdy. Along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeff is in the corner. We need more Jeff.
We do. Oh, my mic was
I'm
off.
Don
for a
Armstrong.
second.
So glad that you could join us today on this Saturday. We're going to get to David MacDonald and the Texas heat wave stuff that you're going to be really interested to hear about. But right now, let's head on over and talk to our gal at the racetrack. It is Gina Child-Knowles. Hi, Gina.
Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Well, we're very well, thank you. We don't have a picture of you up for our people that are watching the broadcast, but, this is kind of a radio-based show anyway, so it's all about the audio, and we can hear you just fine. And, hey, we're only a week away.
I know. Can you believe it already?
Are you stressing out yet?
Of course. I forgot that feeling. I started feeling that feeling again where you're going to run out of time for something and you have these deadlines and the pressure and yeah, it's still here.
Well, so tell us about the opening day race day, April the 3rd, Houston Motorsports Park. What time do the gates open?
The gates open at 5 and we do prayer and anthem at 6:05 and then the flyover at about 6:10.
So, we're going to have the flyover, too. Great. And what classes of cars are going to race next Saturday night?
We've got our Pro Trucks, the Advanced Auto Parts Pro Trucks. We've got the Modifieds. We have the Outlaws. We have Eco Stocks, of course. I think we're going to have a bunch of Eco Stocks. We had a lot of new racers at practice. We are going to have the Super Stocks. And your favorite, Don, NASCAR, to be visiting us this race.
Oh, good.
Yep, and then we have the Legacies.
Oh, the Allison Legacy cars, the dwarf cars.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Those are cool.
Oh, my gosh. So it's going to be a full tilt Saturday night. How much are tickets?
Tickets are $15 at the gate and $5 for kids. $15 for adults, $5 for kids, $5 for veterans, $5 for senior citizens, and $5 for first responders.
That is awesome. What a great thing for all the kids, the vets, the seniors. Yeah, I love it. And so
we're going to have an Easter Bunny who's going to be visiting us and bringing
Awesome.
some goodies. And we've got special guest Lightning McQueen and Mater from Disney, the Cars movie.
oh, I love it.
I'm going.
And this is, even without all of that, this is always a family event. It's a place to bring the kids. There's always a lot of stuff to do. You always keep it pretty busy.
Dollar beer, dollar hot dog.
Well, me and those dollar hot dogs, I can't help myself.
I've seen him put down a few.
Yeah. It's always at least a couple of dollar hot dogs and dollar beers. So it looks like a full tilt Saturday night. And I mean a full tilt Saturday night. Okay, so that's that Houston Motorsports Park. So what we have really never talked about is the Mobile International Speedway that you are getting up and running, and that race is in 2 weeks. Well, I'm sorry, that's the practice. The first race is May 1st, right?
That's correct. May 1st will be the first race there. Or here. I'm actually here. We had a practice today that got rained out, but we're doing tires for the racers and things today. So we're here at Mobile.
Okay.
This weekend.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's a half-mile banked oval. And I always when I think of a half-mile banked oval, I always think of Myers Speedway, where I kind of got my roots going there when it comes to short-track local racing. And, and I know that you've already had one practice over there, right? Are you there?
Oh, please don't tell me we dropped
I'm
her.
here. At
Okay.
Houston we did.
I'm sorry?
Houston.
At Houston we had a practice, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm looking at a schedule here that says March 27th, track day, practice day, and that would be today, so that is not happening.
No, it's not happening. Unfortunately, Mother Nature is not cooperating with us
All
up
right.
here.
So-
Alabama's getting hit hard on bad weather.
Gotcha. And so April the 10th, you've got an open practice. Well, tell me about the racers over there in Mobile. I would assume that some of the racers from Houston will go over there.
That's what I'm hoping will happen, is have some of them come over here. They travel out this way anyway. A lot of them do, to another half mile, and I'm hoping they'll stop in at this one. This half mile is bigger than any others in this area. This is the fastest half mile. If you look at the track, this track is a half mile on the very inside.
Oh,
On the inside of the track, which makes it faster than
Yeah.
half mile on the outside.
got it. And so are you able to gather up racers in that area over there?
Oh, definitely.
So
The racers in this area are ready to race.
they're ready. Okay. And how's the car count looking?
We won't know that yet until we open, but man, my phone has been ringing off the wall. We've talked to a bunch of racers. We're having like a town hall type meeting tonight. You know, you bring your cooler and chair and in the inside of the track, and we'll sit and talk and meet racers, and they can meet us and, you know, lay out our plans of what we're doing and go from there.
Oh,
I'm
it's
excited. I think it'll be good.
Is this not exciting for you?
It's very exciting, very stressful, but very exciting. This track is very similar to Houston as far as the status of it. It's kind of struggled competitively to be consistent, provide consistent racing, and I'm hoping to get it up and running. And as a sister track to Houston, even though we're 450 miles away, it's a long haul. There are racers that will make this haul. I know it.
Oh,
Going
wow.
back and
That's
forth.
awesome. But that's also people are just excited about getting back on doing some asphalt racing. And you're pretty much the only game in town on asphalt in the Gulf Coast area.
That's correct. In Texas, for sure. That's it. That's all we got is Houston, is the short, as far as short tracks go.
Well, Gina, we wish you the best of luck. I will see you next Saturday night at Houston Motorsports Park. I'll be there, and I can't wait to see you guys and get everything up and running again for Pro Trucks, Modifieds, Outlaws. Everybody's going to be there, including me. So I'm excited.
It sounds like she's
Well,
going to have
I'm excited too. Hopefully Conrad and Mike, hopefully we can get you guys there.
Yeah, and Jeff too. The whole gang out there. All right, Gina, I know that you're busy. We'll let you go. Thanks again, and good luck.
All right, thanks, guys.
See you
All right,
soon.
Yep.
You're excited.
That is a full tilt night. Pro Trucks, Modifieds, Outlaws, a full bevy of eco stocks, super stocks, NASCARs, and the legacies.
Something I wanted to ask her now that with the entry fees here at 15 and 5 and so on for the vets and so on, does that apply out there at that race?
Oh,
that was something-
Mobile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just probably so. If
My
Gina
guess
can-
is yes.
Yeah, if Gina can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's sharp. Yeah.
Yeah. I think for most public events similar to this, I think that $20 is kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
And $15 just sounds right to me. So.
And I haven't known her a long time, but I've never seen her look stressed. So, she says she's stressed, and I've never seen her look that way.
I know. I haven't either. She's calm, cool, and collected under pressure, and she does a very good job.
Her mind is going a million miles an hour.
Well, that happens.
Because she's trying to juggle so many things.
Exactly.
Between the drivers, the announcer, the pits, what's going on out there, the gate,
Well, we've got somebody else that's not stressed on the line with us right now, and his name is David MacDonald, and he is the promoter for a thing called the Texas Heat Wave and Tattoo Expo. Hi, David. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So I did a little research yesterday on your event out there, and this is not the first one. Now, first of all, let's clarify this. This is a car show and a tattoo expo, and it's going to be a whole weekend of events. But get this, in Texas, in the Hill Country, July 23rd through July 25th. I'm thinking that he must have gotten the idea from Willie Nelson. That's all I can think of. Because Willie used to have his, remember the summer picnic? That in the heat of the summer. But why not? So Texas Heat Wave, this is not your first one, correct?
No, this will be our 31st one.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. And we wanted to have you on because this is something that we can all make plans to attend. It's at the Travis County Expo Center outside of Austin there. And how many people show up for this event?
We get well over 2,000 vehicles, and we have about 30,000 spectators come throughout the weekend.
Wow.
Well, I know this is not the only event that you promote, but we're going to focus on this one. We'll get over some of the other ones here in just a second. But this is a full tilt event that actually starts on Friday, right?
Yes. Yeah, it starts on Friday. We do registration starting on Thursday, and it goes all the way through Sunday till 6 o'clock in the evening on Sunday when our awards happen.
Yeah.
We give away over 500 awards. We have over 250 classes of vehicles. It's one of the largest shows in definitely central United States as far as amount of classes and different types of vehicles.
So tell me about, give me paint a broad picture for me. What kind of cars? Are they cars trailered in? Are they driven in? Is it, I guess you could kind of call it a cruise in maybe?
Yeah, we're open to all years, makes, and models. I'm a mini trucker myself, so I built my truck by myself with my own hands, and I always welcome everybody. It does have to have some customization work to it, but we welcome street vehicles all the way up to full custom, SEMA builds. So, but I encourage the people that are just getting into the scene to enter the show in our street classes so they can learn how it works. And 2 or 3 years later, you see them showing back up with a SEMA build, a lot of times. So my thing is to help the industry and help our manufacturers and our shops, get to know people that are actually trying to work on their vehicles and starting out. So,
well, and that's something we talked about a couple of back in February. We were at Lone Star Throwdown, and it's about everybody coming to see what everybody else builds and maybe get some ideas and implement them into theirs. Not that they're necessarily stealing their ideas, but they'll kind of take an idea of what somebody else did, tweak it a little bit, and then next year when they come, they've brought some new idea to the show.
Absolutely.
David, is this an indoor and outdoor event? Where are the cars going to be? Are they going to be all outside?
No, we have some indoor space and outdoor space. Most of it's outdoors, of course. We do have some of the nicer vehicles indoors. We have a show barn there that's real big that there's covered space available as well.
And you've got a lot of vendors, too, because I know as a former show car kind of guy, I like having the vendors there.
Yeah, we have over 250 vendors there.
Nice.
And I got to tell this because I know David knows it because we've talked about it before. But the very first magazine assignment I ever got, I got a call and said, "Can you go cover the Texas Heat Wave?" It was in Round Rock at the time at the baseball stadium up there. I said, "Sure, I can do that." And I got up there and I found out why they call it the Heat Wave. I mean, I went up there, was not prepared for 108 degrees out there on that asphalt. It got hot. My camera gear had to go into shop afterwards because it got so hot out there. I didn't carry the protection.
That was back in the day when you had film.
Oh yeah. I was looking for ice to pack my film once I realized how hot it was. And up there, that was one of David's claim to fame too. Texas Monthly, They do the yearly Bump Steer Awards. David got one.
David got a Bump Steer Award? Nice.
And Willie Nelson was in it also, as a matter of fact.
Speaking of Willie Nelson.
And it was because of the Texas Heat Wave and stuff. It was so big. But that's always been one of my favorite shows because that's really what got me started in the freelance business.
All right, so let's talk about just a minute. I mean, we're talking about a 2.5-hour drive, 3-hour drive from Houston to get up there. And for us, obviously, we do the radio show, and then we would zoom on up there. What about, I guess you've got, the whole Austin area for hotel accommodations, huh?
Yeah, we bring a lot of people to the Austin area for the show from all over the country. We get people from, of course, New York, Canada, just everywhere. Washington State, a lot of people from California.
In fact, they used to, but he was talking about the mini trucks back in years ago. They used to set up caravans coming out of California and coming out of Florida, coming into the Texas heat wave, and you could join them as they came through your town. And they'd have these long caravans of vehicles driving all the way to Texas.
Kind of like the Hot Rod Power Tour.
Kind of like that, except you had it here.
Yeah.
Good analogy.
So how much does it cost to get into the event as a spectator?
As a spectator, we're looking at $20 for the day and $25 for the weekend.
That's a good value.
Yeah.
Okay. And are all of the entry slots filled, or do you still have places to put people on the property?
No, we leave our registration open. We take registrations at the gate, so we have enough room to put up 3,000 vehicles if we had to.
Oh my!
So with that many vehicles coming, is yours a drive-through judge, or do your judges go to the vehicle?
No, our judges go to the vehicle.
Whoa.
What we do is we class the vehicles before they're parked. And since we have over 250 classes, we class them and then we park them. And we put them in groups. We put a group number on their windshield. And each judge is assigned a group number, which would be anywhere from 1 to 20 different classes.
Wow.
Depending on how many vehicles average in the past have been in those classes.
Keeps your judges pretty busy.
Yeah, we have over 25 judges, and they usually judge anywhere from 75 to 150 vehicles for the weekend.
Well, I did want to touch on, before we let you go here, I did want to touch on the fact that you've got entertainment as well outside of the 2,000 to 3,000 cars. I mean, you got a BMX freestyle stunt team, a mini bike racing, a dirt track, live entertainment, and an outdoor stage. I don't know what Trucko War is. Rolling coal in the event arena. And so I guess it's a diesel truck pull?
Yeah, they just smoke. They're just rolling that smoke out there. Yeah.
I love
like
it.
A burnout without burning out your tires.
And you got a few monster trucks coming in, is that right?
Yeah.
And this one here is for Conrad at 4 o'clock is the bikini contest.
Oh, yeah, I'll bring my bikini.
Make sure you shave.
Yeah, make sure you shave.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Hydraulic contest on Sunday. Well, let's talk now about tattoos. Now, I'm not a tattoo guy, but I know how popular tattoos are. So what can I see at the Tattoo Expo besides naked people?
What it is I started this about 11 years ago. We just basically bring tattoo artists in, and I get a tattoo permit, and we set up it's a whole separate event in itself, and we have artists there on site that are showing off their artwork and showing off what they can do, and then people are also able to get tattooed right there at the show.
Cool.
So in other words, I could get that heart with the mom tattoo that I've always wanted on my right arm.
See, and I was thinking more Don was going to get the butterfly on the small of his back.
Get his personal tramp stamp.
Yes, I could have my own personal tramp stamp.
The cool thing, because you call them artists, and they truly are. I'll tell you, I've seen some tattoo work that belongs on portrait art studios. I mean, some gorgeous, gorgeous work.
I think they call it ink.
Yeah.
So what I like about the event is that you know, we could take a leisurely, either a Friday stroll up to Austin, or if we wanted to, go on Saturday morning and enjoy all of the stuff that there is to enjoy until 8 o'clock that evening, and be there for most of the Sunday event, and then come on back. And make a great weekend is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a good time for the whole family. And speaking of the tattoos, if Michael shows up, we're going to get him a heat wave tattoo since he's part of our family.
On his buttocks.
Years.
Yeah, and what location is that going to be?
On his buttocks.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that one.
yeah. Becky may have something to do with that. I'm not exactly sure.
She wants to choose the design.
They could get matching ones.
She used to go with me whenever we would go to this.
To get
She was
tattoos?
to the heat wave, and it was all pretty good till being the photographer for the magazine,
Yeah.
I had to get up on the stage during the bikini contest to get some
There you go.
pictures.
How did that work
for
out
the
for you?
editors? Until she saw me up there, it was working great. And then she realized what I was doing. It's not so good.
This year,
Well,
Conrad's
what were you
gonna be in it.
doing?
Conrad's going to
I
be
was
in it
taking
this year.
pictures.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, clearly, if you were on stage, those are really some tight shots.
They were.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And this year, Conrad will be in it. So
All right. So Texas Heat. I did want to mention the fact that not only is he the promoter of the Texas Heat Wave and Tattoo Expo, but he also has the Texas Showdown Freedom Rally. No, I guess the Spring Break Jam, was that last week or recently?
No, that's actually coming up in April 24th and 25th at South Padre Island. We had to postpone that because of COVID. And I was working with the city manager and everybody on the city council. And we, sorry about that. I'm at another event right now. It's been loud in here. But we're getting ready to do that next month.
That's a nice location.
The Spring Break Jam, and then you've got
that's my favorite show.
And then
I love that show.
then there's the Heat Wave, and that's coming up at the end of July 23rd through the 25th, which is what we're talking about here. And then there's the Border Bash. You know, I've heard these rumors that there may be something going on along the border these days. You still going to have that?
We are, and actually it might be a good time for us to rally a good crowd together about how they feel about the border.
There you go. Well, always thinking positive.
That's right. You got to keep moving ahead.
We could
So
do a
you're
remote.
gonna besides using a tattoo combo, are you going to do a firearms combo to go along with that?
There you go.
Gun permits.
Yeah. So there is a website. I don't recall what it is, but I know that you're going to tell me right now that has all of the events on it with all of the information on it. What is that?
It's heatwaveshow.com.
Heatwaveshow.com.
I'll
Okay.
post it on our Facebook page right now.
Yeah, and you can go there and watch a video of our South Padre Island show that's coming up. We have many other videos. We do a little TV segment called Heatwave TV, and I've done some interviews, and we've interviewed some people on stuff like that as well.
Is the bikini contest on one of those videos?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
The one Mike videoed?
This is pre-video. This is back in the film days.
the film days. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
all right.
Hey,
Well,
I got thousands of pictures from Michael Mars.
I'll bet I can only imagine what those would include. David MacDonald, it's great to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet.
Take care.
The Texas Heat Wave and heatwaveshow.com. You can get more information on all of that. All right. Hey, reminder that if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. We'd love to hear from you. You could tell us, how pretty I look today.
You can lie to us.
What?
They can lie to us.
They could lie to us, yeah. So there's that. All right, time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2021 Cadillac Escalade, or as I like to call it, the Escalade. It has more ring to it. So it's available in these trim levels: luxury, premium luxury, sport, premium luxury platinum, and sport platinum. I had the platinum. It didn't have any of the other prerequisites ahead of it, just platinum. It's a standard SUV, seats up to 8 passengers, depending on seating configuration. This is a completely redesigned Cadillac Escalade for 2021. It's all new, and it is bad to the bone. Sinister front fascia.
Yeah, very much so.
With large grille, small horizontal headlights like they're squinting at you at the top, along with a long vertical daytime running lights on each side of the front end. Long vertical rear tail lights, which is really...
It's been the Escalade thing for a number of years.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Is to run that tail light from the tailgate all the way up
to the roof
the
line.
whole D pillar.
I like
on the
that.
Roof line.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. It just sets it apart, and it looks pretty good. Dual exhaust tips embedded in the lower valance panel in back. Lots of Caddy emblems around it. I think they went a little wild on it. And then it has the standard 600 tag on the tailgate. Now, you want to know what the 600 stands for?
Newton
I know.
meters.
Jeffrey knows. Go ahead, Jeff. You have your hand.
meters.
Newton meters, which is kind of like torque.
Well, no,
European.
it is torque. It's
but
the
it's in-
European measurement of torque.
Exactly.
Mr. Newton had something to do with it.
And his meter.
And his meter. What could use improvement? Well, I couldn't find anything. It's all brand new.
I love it.
So super nice. Interior highlights. Gorgeous digital dash that starts from the left A-pillar and goes halfway across the dashboard. Unbelievable. It is beautiful. That has layered control buttons on it, which I'd never seen before. Well laid out interior features throughout, and very nice leather. That one there has got the crosshatch leather stitching on those seats. I did not have that. The standard leather seats are just fine with me. Cargo and trunk room, big, even with the third row up. What I liked about it, the overall quality and design of this vehicle is superb. And I'd throw it out there and put it up against anybody, really. A 6.2-liter V8 engine. Yep, Cadillac still has a V8 motor. Now, there is a turbo diesel as an option, but we're going to talk about the V8 that mine had. 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, and I don't know what that turns out to be in Newton meters.
600.
Well, it says 600, but we all know that there is no real translation between 460 pound-feet.
Well, we'll trust
And
Cadillac
and
that
600
600
Newton
is
meters.
comparative.
Cadillac
They
here.
cheated on that.
You should
I'm
not question
just saying.
that.
I'm going to question it. 10-speed automatic transmission, 4-wheel drive is an option on it. Tow rating, 8,000 pounds. 4 tons you can tow with this thing. And that's really what these body-on-frame SUVs are all about.
Right.
Miles per gallon. Are you sitting down?
Who cares?
We are.
14 city, 19 highway. I got for a combined of 16. I got 17.7.
It's pretty good.
Over 385.5 miles.
Well,
Well,
that's how they utilize the 10-speed automatic, though, is trying to push the fuel economy. How was it as far as shifting goes?
smooth as silk.
So they really got it figured out.
Yeah,
It
well, of
doesn't get
course, it's
busy.
also matched up with the V8 engine.
Right.
So it's got plenty of power, and you really don't feel it shifting gears. I mean, it is really nice. What I liked about it, and the note that I put down here, is old school Caddy V8 power.
Yes.
Yeah, baby, bring it on. What could use improvement? Well, better fuel economy with a more fuel-efficient engine is an option. Now, they've got the diesel, and that gets more fuel economy. And I have to say that I drove the diesel option in the Chevy Tahoe. And, boy, that's a nice motor. That's a great combination. You might want to consider that. Ride and handling is superb. All new independent rear suspension. Absolutely changes the whole game with this body on frame. Air ride rocks. Let me just leave it at that. That air ride suspension is right on. Base trim price. Sitting down?
I am.
$102,995. Prices tested $109,500. The base model price on the Cadillac Escalade is the base model price is $78,475, so you can get in on the cheapo.
So in 2006, when I was driving Cadillac company cars, they came out with the XLRV, and everybody freaked out because Cadillac had a $100,000 car. Now they have a $100,000 truck.
Lincoln Navigator is a competitor. It starts at $97,135. The Mercedes-Benz GLS, $97,800. And the Lexus LX, old school, $570. Is $91,480. And that is the review of the 2021 Cadillac Escalade. Go get you one. It's
I love
nice.
it. I'm going out right now and getting me one.
George Skelton said Don was very impressive showing up at the senior center.
What?
Driving the Escalade.
Oh.
Actually, no, it ain't the seniors anymore. It's a little bit too pricey for them.
Oh.
It's well-heeled middle-agers. Not you, George. Just saying. George and I started in grade school together, so I can say that.
Somebody had to heal.
We're going to do the cruise-in calendar when we come back. Time now for a quick break. The In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon, and Podcast Addict. In Wheel Time Show continues in just a second or two. But right now, I do want you to pay attention to our new Tailpipes and Tacos. We got some great information for you. Listen to this.
The Tailpipes and Tacos monthly cruise-in has become so popular, you'll be able to attend at more locations. Enjoy fabulous Houston car culture at any of the 4 participating Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex restaurants. Tailpipes and Tacos will be held in Tomball at Highway 249 near 2978, Bay Area Boulevard near the Gulf Freeway in Webster, the Grand Parkway just south of I-10 and Katy, and the Kirby location off the Southwest Freeway. Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and awesome cars. Mark your calendar for Saturday, April 17th for the next Tailpipes and Tacos at one of the 4 participating Lupi Tortilla Mexican restaurants, 8 to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and everyone is invited. See collector cars, hot rods, customs, originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in this friends and family event. Start your Saturday off right at Houston's hottest cruise-in. Tailpipes and Tacos, April 17th, 8 to 11 a.m. Participating Lupis are located in Tomball, Katy, West University, and Clear Lake. April 17th, In Real Time will be broadcasting from the West University location on the Southwest Freeway, weather permitting.